gonna, so, and we could be live already.
It just popped up and said we're being live streamed.
All right, very cool. Hey, everybody, it's Jim Bull, the Brapp Captain, coming to you live on the Brapp Media Facebook page. Tonight, I have the pleasure of bringing on fast guy and fast girl, or best dunk tank girl, Austin and Emma Phelps. How you doing, guys?
Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty
How
good.
are you?
Good, good. Thanks for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
So, just so everyone knows out there in Facebook land or podcast land, I did not know the Phelps family until this last weekend, and I was old and tired and sitting on someone's cooler. And is it your dad's name is what, Bill?
Yes, sir.
Bill, he comes over and says, "Hey, Jim," like he's known me for 20 years, right? And he says, "Hey, my daughter Emma wants to be in a dunk tank." And I'm like, yeah, I'm tired, leave me alone. And it's like, I don't know who put me in charge of dunk tank festivities that night, but he walked away like, I kind of blew him off, and I didn't mean to, but I was kind of doing something else. But so then I walked over and I said, "Emma, you want to be in the dunk?" Emma says, like, "I want to be in a dunk tank." So we had a 30th anniversary celebration at Dublin Gap this weekend, right? We were racing and doing all kind of cool stuff, and we had a dunk tank, and like we needed a volunteer, and I get this young lady that says, "I want to." What possessed you to want to be in a dunk tank?
Honestly, you know what? I just knew that it was gonna be fun, and just the amount of kids that were gonna have fun, dunking. I say everybody knows me from Austin,
Right?
And the amount of kids that would have just found it fun of, hey, dunking Austin's sister. So why not? Why not bring in a crowd to dunk Emma?
I thought maybe that the boys always like to throw things at you, and you just figured I'll get behind the cage and it'd be a little safer this time, right?
That's him.
That's it. Is that? Oh, I like to throw it, Austin,
I was one
right?
of the first people to dunk her. That was fun.
That was cool. You got your sister, right? Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I guess let's start here. So I'm trying to have fun with this. So where are you guys from? Let's start that.
Hedgesville, West Virginia, right near Tomahawk MX.
Okay, cool. So I was going to ask, I'm sure you ride Tomahawk a lot then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Great, great. I know Chad for a long time. He's a good dude. He's got a great track down there. And was that kind of where you started because you're so close to home, or?
Oh, 100%. That was the first ever track I rode, and we went out there on closed days because I was too slow to ride with on the open days with all the fast people. So we went out there, and then I got my first 65 with Chad's help because we didn't know what even a race bike was. I was on a TTR 125 trail bike.
Right.
Thought it was a race bike.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, and you were what? Just like how old then? You think 8, 9 years old?
I think I was probably 9, 10. Yep.
Okay. And did you ride at home before that, or did Dad race? How'd you get started, man?
I just kind of got into it. I've always rode dirt bikes just in my backyard and stuff. And then we moved over here in 2018, and then I was like, I want to start racing, and then we just went down that rabbit hole.
Well, that's good because you're pretty good at it, dude. You were flying on last weekend. How about you, Emma? When did you start? I mean, have you always rode?
So I didn't actually always ride. I started about 2 years after he did. I was on a pit bike and was riding a Tomahawk and was petrified of it, jumped off of it, let it go into a pond.
Cool.
So that was a great
down there, that little mini track or whatever he's got set up, that pit bike track. Yeah.
And then I just realized that I was like, hey, this kind of looks easy. So I got an 85, was humbled very quickly that it was not as easy as what I thought it was.
Right.
And I probably finally started racing probably a year into riding.
Yep.
I was just not ready to race. Once I started racing, then I quickly dominated the girls class for MDRA.
Nice.
Was the girls champion for 3 years, points champion. So
is that the MDRA series or was that a track series? Okay, cool. I didn't know that. And who's older?
I am.
Okay.
She's 18 and I'm 16.
I thought you were going to tell me you were twins or something. It's like, wow.
No.
18 and 16, right? Okay, cool. So, all right, we know where you're from. We know how old you are. I got Emma and Austin Phelps. So, Emma, you just race the women's class, I'm guessing, right? You don't ride in any other? Okay.
No, just women's.
Okay. And are you going to keep doing that, you think?
More than likely, yeah. I mean, every now and again, if I feel like it, I'll steal his 125 and got in the 125C class. Obviously, I'm not up in the top because it's boys, so it's like just a fun thing to do. But I would definitely stay in the women's class for sure.
All right, cool. Well, I know you're getting old, like 18 now. You got to start thinking about life, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes that kind of ends things for a while. You get 18, 19, 20, and you're like, geez, I got to get a job, and or you fall in love with some dude, and then you go have whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well,
So,
so I actually work at Tomahawk.
oh, do you?
Yep. So I'm
Oh,
the
that,
front gate girl at Tomahawk. So I'm still into it and working.
so you probably know Chad's daughters real well then, right?
Yes. Mhm.
And how old are they? Like, because when I met Chad, they weren't even alive yet. So I don't, how old are they now?
So Grace is 18 and Reagan is
Probably 12,
probably
I'd say.
13 or 14 maybe.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
quite sure.
They just have the two, right?
Yep.
Okay. And she works out that they work at the track too, I'm sure, and probably ride, huh? Or don't?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Reagan does not ride, but Grace does.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So we know you're racing women's class MDRA champion, like 3 years.
Yep.
That's
In the
awesome.
girls'
How long
class.
ago was that?
I just got off the girls' class out of the girls' class when I aged out in it. So what, last year? 2 years.
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
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 I've
that
been
was the
at,
girls, not the women's class.
yep, that was the girls' class. And then I aged out of it. So I had to go
Sure.
out of it and go into women's. But for
Okay.
the 3 years that I've been racing, I was the points champion and dominated the girls' class.
Nice. That's awesome. How about you, Austin? Any so you ride in a lot of classes, dude. You're like in 4 different classes, right?
Yes, sir. Usually just three, but if if it's Saturday and Sunday racing, I'll do schoolboy 1 and 2, and then 250B and open B.
So on the schoolboy that on the schoolboy one, that's two stroker, right? The 125.
Yes, sir.
What do you like riding better, that or the four strokes?
For fun, definitely the 125 because you can just hold it on the pipe the whole time, but definitely the four strokes if you're trying to be competitive because they're
Right.
a lot more stable, I'd say.
More power, he's probably handle better and things like that.
Absolutely.
Like I'm an old two-stroke guy. I'm that old. I've never even rode any of these modern four-stroke bikes. You know, like we were CR 480 days, if you know what that is. So
I
yeah,
do not.
hold on and pray. That's what that is. All right, with 4 gears, is hold on and pray. So you guys do any of the Motocross for Christ stuff down at Tomahawk? You ever involved in any of that or no?
We have never gone to it, but we've helped out a little bit with like setting a little bit of stuff up, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, we've never done anything with it really.
Okay, cool. So schoolboy one, schoolboy two, 250B, open B, you're like running right up toward the top of the points and in all those divisions right now. And I don't think you've well, I guess schoolboy you're back a little bit, but 250 and open B, you're up third place and only been to 3 rounds. So
Yeah,
you're,
I missed
you know,
3 of them. We're just kind of having a fun year, just not taking it as serious as last year. Kind of the pressure was getting to me a little bit. I started not having fun. So this year we just kind of just wanted to have fun with it.
yeah, you got to keep it, man. You got to keep it that way. Have you ever done the
Absolutely.
Loretta's thing or is that not on your agenda or?
I've ran for it in the past years and I was close to qualifying in 2024. I got third at my region, or I got sixth in the first moto, third in the second moto, and then the last moto was a complete mutter. No excuses. I just didn't ride like myself and got 18th.
Didn't get it
Got
done.
ninth overall. Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah. That's so much pressure, man, to try and, to do that, even to qualify locally. And then once you get there, then you got all the other crap going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who's your biggest nemesis out there?
Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot of good
A
competitors.
lot of fast guys,
A
right?
lot of fast people. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. We don't want to name anyone. That's all right. And how about you, Emma? So you're up in the women's class now. Doing okay?
It's definitely a struggle. It's not as easy as the girls' class was. And just, I say I'm not taking it as serious as he is just because I've never been that serious. I've never made a, run for the Lorettas, anything like that. I raced minios for 2 years and then just
Okay.
kind of, I'm not thinking I like this. So the women's class, I say it's fun, but I definitely have some struggles out there.
A little more intense, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you run that JGW women's race a couple weekends ago or
I
no?
didn't. I missed that one,
Okay,
unfortunately.
I didn't think I saw you there. I'm like I've been to the races for all my life and I had to take a couple years off. We moved north and I'm just getting to know everybody again. So, it's like I didn't know if you're there or not. So how about Dublin Gap? How long you guys been coming up there?
I think the first time we went there was in 2021, I think. And it was the first weekend after they changed the track back around to the way it is now, I believe. And that was an eye opener because I never rode anything with like deep ruts. I was always
Yeah.
at local tracks and I went there and I just couldn't ride. I looked like an idiot. And then I started racing there more and started getting better at the ruts and then just loved it since then.
Yeah, the youngsters like to keep it rough, but it builds skill for sure. Yeah. So the
Absolutely.
track was the other direction when you started there?
No, it was this direction. It was the first weekend, I believe, that they changed it to this direction.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know
Yep.
it's going back.
I heard that. I heard a rumor about that.
They're changing out all their tunnel jumps and gonna take it the other direction. I don't know a whole lot yet, but it should be good.
That's gonna be fun. I love changes for tracks. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, man. I think it's cool when things, yeah. Even as if I haven't raced since like man, the early 1990s. You guys weren't even live, so but I just as a photographer, I've spent 25 years staying on the track taking pictures, and it's just cool. It's got to change, man. It can't be the same all the time. You don't get any better that way either,
Yeah. No.
I know it's a lot of work for the promoters, but yeah. So you like riding there then?
Oh yeah, definitely.
you
That's
too,
one of
Am?
my top favorite tracks, I'd
All
say.
right, cool. Got a favorite memory from there?
Probably that on a Wednesday we went and picked up my first big bike, a 125, and then that Saturday I won my very first race on a big bike and walked home with a 125C AMA #1 plate.
Nice, from Dublin.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. That's cool. How
Yeah.
about you, Emma? The dunk tank, I'm guessing, is your favorite memory.
I actually it's not a good memory, but it is a good memory. I was on my 85 there, and it was my last year in the girls class. I was taking the #1 trophy home for my last year, and I wrecked over the old finish line, blew every plastic off of my 85, didn't even think that was possible. I ended up going to the hospital because I thought I broke my back. They
No
didn't,
way.
yeah, they didn't they let me sit in a room. They didn't x-ray my back. And I looked at the hospital staff and was like, guys, I got a banquet to get to. I'm out of here.
Well,
So I left, never even got an x-ray. And then when I got there, Jeff Yenter called me up as the #1 champion and was like, here comes Emma Phelps that blew her bike into 703 pieces.
Smithereens, yeah.
703. So that was one of my favorite memories from there. It was funny, but wasn't the
Cool.
best, but it was a good memory.
Yeah, they're a great family, man. They definitely care about their riders and they take care of everybody for sure. So you
100%.
ride what, a 250F then? Is that what you're riding too?
Yep.
Okay, you guys share bikes or you have your own or?
We have our own.
Yep.
Okay, good
The
deal.
125, 250, and 450, and she just has a 250.
250. Okay, great. And you got a couple different colors, right? And you got some Cowies and a KTM. And you guys are keeping
Yeah,
jumping out
the
there.
only reason I have the KTM is because, like I said, that was my first big bike ever, and then we sold it and got the new KTM fuel injected, and we just couldn't get them we couldn't get them to run right.
Oh,
So we
yeah?
ended up back to just 250s, and then bought this back off the same person that we sold it to.
Oh, so you're back on an old bike that works.
Yep, 2019.
Cool, cool. And who knows how long that class will be around anyhow. I hope it sticks around. I love two strokes, man. But
Oh, I love it. I love riding them.
yeah. So is Dublin the favorite track, or is there you guys each have a favorite track, something different, or who would you call out there?
I can't really choose a favorite track because I just love riding. So I love them all.
You like
but
mixing it up.
Dublin's definitely on the top couple if I had to choose.
Okay. How about you, Emma?
I'm saying I'm in the same boat that they're definitely Dublin Gap is definitely my top 3 of tracks that I like.
Okay.
I just enjoy that track. It's a nice track. Very great facility, great people.
Yeah. Is there any MDRA tracks that you guys don't go to, or not for any particular reason? But I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to call anybody out and make anybody better than
Oh, it's not calling anybody out, but we
There's-
just don't go to Pagoda. We went there last year and it was just not the greatest. And the facility is awesome, but the track it just needs to be better.
Is that their new track that they built?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old
Yeah, I
Pagoda
haven't-
was awesome, man.
The old track was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Bud's Creek, but that was my first race there. Me and Bud's Creek just do not
Don't
get
get
along.
together.
So I
Yeah, don't
try
get
and-
along.
No hate. I do like the track and I love going there for pro nationals, but I refuse to ride the track. I just
Yeah.
can't do it.
Well, hey, we all work, different places, right? For different reasons.
Absolutely.
So nothing wrong with that. Biggest accomplishments, Austin.
Definitely Minio's 2024. I got a couple moto wins. I got 2nd overall in motocross in 250C junior, and I got 6th overall in supercross.
Cool. How about you, Emma?
Probably
Your
my
blow
first
apart
3 years-
crash.
Probably in my first 3 years being the girls champion. That
Yeah,
was
that's
a great
good
thing.
good stuff there. Yeah. How about sponsors? Sponsors you guys want to shout out while you're online?
Sponsors, probably 100% the main people are like Kyle Flip. He has a barbershop and stuff. He helps me out.
Oh,
big
cool.
time.
You got a
Uh,
good looking. Yeah, you're fresh. Yeah, I see that flip going on there.
I'd say Keystone Cycle Parts, they definitely help me out. They're mainly pit bike stuff, but
That's
they're
Dave Arntz, I think his name is.
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen Dave in 10 years. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head.
That's all right.
Fast Man helps me out a
Okay.
good amount.
We can't
All right.
forget, I mean, obviously mom and dad are,
Oh,
I say the
absolutely.
main people that,
Yeah.
that help us. They are right there.
People always
I-
forget that part, but we take them for granted,
no, they're
right?
definitely the ones that keep the show running for
Nice.
sure.
Yeah, no doubt,
They-
right?
It keeps
They're
it
the
all
ones.
rolling.
Yep.
So are you guys contributing yet to that racing budget, or is mom and dad mostly carrying that load, or?
If we're being honest, they won't let us.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I remember when
that is our sport. They want us to have fun. So if we try to contribute anything, they're like, nope, you guys, we got this under control.
well, they're cooler than I am, man. My kid turned 16, he got a job. I said, guess what? Here's what it costs a year, and here's your part. He said, what?
Yeah, no, definitely. They definitely won't let us do that. They hold it
Nice.
all for us.
Any goals, Emma? Goals for racing
My
or life?
I mean, my biggest goal right now is to try and get better in the women's class when I
Okay.
am. I don't really run for big races. I race Supercross at Minios. I mean, I'm not up in the top or anything like that. I don't
Sure.
ride the big track at Minios. I don't do Loretta's runs or anything like that. I'm more of just a local kind of, rider racer.
Right.
So definitely would like to try and get better in the women's class and
Just
more
like
up
being at the
top
track
when
and
I
just
do.
improve your skill sets, right? Yeah.
Yep.
How about you, Austin?
I'd say probably, hopefully, to go to the pro nationals by 2028 to 2030 is my goal. But I don't know. I'm right. Like this year, I'm having fun with it. So I'm just going to see where it takes me, kind of.
Cool. Let's see how it progresses, right? Right.
Absolutely.
Cool. How about you guys have other hobbies, other things you like to do?
I'm very big into archery. I shoot target archery and 3D archery. I do that a lot. I love anything outdoors, hunting, fishing,
You
anything
hunt?
like that.
You like to
Yep.
hunt? Yeah. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. How about you, Emma?
Honestly, I go along for the ride with everything. I go to the archery range with them. I mean, just kind of, we do everything, I say, as a family. So
Nice.
I don't really have hobbies. None of us really have hobbies. He's big into archery, but in 2 months that will change and he'll be out hitting golf balls, want to go to a golf course, or he'll be into RC cars or something like that. His hobbies always change. He doesn't always just stick to one. So
That's all right. Well, I think it's really cool that you guys are tight knit like that. A lot of 16, 18-year-old brothers and sisters want to kill each other, like
We
get
were
away
like that
from
for a
me.
while.
yeah, we
So
got
every
to
now and
that
then,
phase,
right?
but
Every now and then. All right. So you guys follow pro racing?
Yes, every single
Okay.
weekend we're watching it.
All right. Who are you calling out 250 and 450 champs outdoor this year?
Oh, I'd like to see Davies win the 250, and then I'd really like to see Deegan win the 450 just because I think it would fire everybody up a little bit.
Right.
But I think Hunter Lawrence has got the championship all day.
Yeah, and I think it'd be cool if Hunter won it. I'd like to see Deegs get it, but he deserves one. I guess he rides hard and he's been doing good. Yeah, I think Davies will win the 250. How about you, Emma?
honestly, I don't really watch it as much. I'm a big Jet fan, so anything
Oh,
Jet does, I like.
Now it's coming out. Yeah,
Yep,
we get it
I'm
now.
a huge Jet.
You got that
Lawrence
cool hair
fan.
too, Austin. So yeah, I don't know where I was gonna go with that, but anyhow, Seth Hamaker. Like Seth, I took pictures of Seth racing PW50s at Dublin Gap. And I'd love to see him grab it. But
Yeah.
I think Davies just has a lot going on. So
Absolutely.
all right, so we're gonna play word splurge, and then I'm gonna let you guys get out of here, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
All right,
Who's going first?
Emma.
Oh man.
Oh yes. All right, my first word for you, Emma. Dunk tank.
Cold.
Word.
It's
Cold.
cold.
All right, cold is good. All right. So a couple of these we already know. So we know your hometown. We know your age. Years racing.
He is.
No, you.
4.
How many years racing?
4. I've been racing
Okay.
for 4.
Favorite bike?
Cowie 250.
Cowie 250. Tires.
Oh, that's a you question. I don't know my tires.
Pirelli.
Round. Okay.
We don't-
Anyhow,
nobody-
next.
Round and black and knobby. I really
Round
don't
black.
know.
One word.
Nobody
I
helped
need
us
one
out
word.
with
Okay.
tires or anything, so we just kind
We
of
already asked
whatever.
kind of track.
Probably Tomahawk, Promised Land, one of them.
Okay. Cement start.
What was it?
Cement
Start.
start.
Oh, no, no.
No. Chad's got that right, and PVR and some of those.
Yeah.
No, Chad's
They
got
both
greats.
got greats now.
Pleasure
Oh,
Valley,
really?
Yep.
the concrete start. We were not best of friends of that. I definitely did not like that.
Not your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Helmet.
Alright.
Awry. Okay. Shop, like bike shop.
Oh, what is it?
Ridersville.
Ridersville.
Ridersville cycle.
Yep.
Yeah. Dawn. All right. Okay. Loretta's we already talked about. You don't do that. Worst finish.
Oh.
Last.
Yeah, last.
I was saying you didn't say last. Come on, whatever.
Definitely last. I think it was last.
And I think we already covered this. Your best finish was your championships, right?
Yep. And I
Alright,
had a
so-
couple wins that weren't included in the championship. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna run through with you quick, Austin. I got my next guest waiting in the waiting room. It's a cheater because you already heard all the questions, right? Years racing.
6.
6 bikes. Favorite bike.
Kawasaki's.
Tires.
Pirelli's.
Pirelli. Whoa. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Track.
Promised Land.
Oh, I haven't been there yet. Cement start.
No, dirt.
Dirt. No dirt. You like dirt, right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Helmet.
Awry.
Shop. Favorite shop.
Ridersville.
Rodersville. Loretta's.
Tried for it, never made it, not trying this year.
Worst finish.
Last.
Last. Oh man, that's me and you, right? Okay. Best finish.
First.
First. And we already talked about goals. That's all I got. I can throw dunk tank at you. Come on, dunk tank.
Oh.
Drop my sister, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's sinking my sister.
There you go, taking the sissy out, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, look, this has been fun. You have fun?
Oh yeah, I
we
did.
definitely had fun.
All right, cool. Make sure you watch it. Share it around with all your friends. I'll get Mom all the links. It's on my Jim Bull page, and it'll go over to Brapp Mag, and I'll get you the YouTube links and stuff like that. Okay. So thanks for coming on. Where are you racing next?
Next weekend, or not 4th of July weekend. The weekend after that, we're going to Dutchman.
Going to the Dutchman? Okay, cool. Yep. I used to, a long time ago. Anyhow, ice racing in February. But anyhow, it was good times. Thanks, guys, for being on. I look forward to getting to know you a little better and seeing you at the track. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Have a great night. You guys are about to sign off. I'm going to bring my next group in. Okay.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank
you.
All right. Later. Have a good one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Hello. Everyone watching the show, we're getting ready to bring on our next group. We had good fun with the Phelps kids there. Seemed like a nice family. It's first I've really talked to them a whole lot. Jim Bull, Brapp Mag Media. Check out our Tuesday shows, our Saturday shows from the track. There they are. Next up, Jared Gontz and Amanda Barnes. Hi, guys. We're waiting for their sound. We had a little experiment with this crew last night. I think we got it figured out. They're sitting on their back porch under the umbrella. Their phone just fell. There they go. Yeah. Hey, tune into our regular podcast. We're going to try and get this going and make this a regular Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. I'm trying to figure out how to get it straight to my Brapp Mag Media page. We are on Jim Bull Facebook page right now. We will share them over to YouTube. If you guys can all start subscribing to that YouTube page, we might be able to take them direct there. Looks like Amanda and Jared are having some technical difficulties. They were with us and left, but we'll get them back, I'm sure. I can send them a text maybe too. I got all kind of people trying to text me while the show's going on, and that's okay. I think we're getting them back.
Okay, I think we're good.
Hey, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me? I can't see you though. I had you for a couple minutes. And then I lost you. So, hey, what a weekend out at Dublin Gap for the 30th anniversary celebration. The Yenters went all out as usual and put on a great show. I lost the kids again. I call them kids. They're younger than me, but it don't take much, right? So let me see if I can text Jared and Amanda and get them picked up that way. Trying to find her number here. Which I'm not having any luck. We are home. Maybe they need to have, oh, there they're trying to get back in again. Maybe they changed their location. They were trying to get me from their back porch last night, and maybe they're having trouble. Hey, there they are.
We hear you, and I think we're back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think my
You're
phone
back?
could be driving
Man,
somewhere.
I was starting
Sorry.
to get worried. I thought maybe
He
Amanda
was in
knocked you off
safe
the porch,
driving
Jared.
mode.
How far
Nah.
is it off that deck there down to the ground?
Oh, 12 feet.
It looks like, yeah, I mean, I can see the mountains out in the background. I thought maybe you made her mad today at work or something. I don't know.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time and maybe not the last, right? Hey, everybody, I got Jared Gontz. Is that right? Gontz or is it Gontz?
Gontz.
Gontz, Jared Gontz. All right. And Amanda Barnes, right?
Yes,
So I
hello.
met these guys. It was so cool. Like, a lot of I haven't been at the track for a while. Did you get to watch any of the show earlier with the Phelps kids on?
No,
we just got
sorry.
home
We
from
just tuned in. We want to
Just
see
tuned
that.
in, just getting home from work, right? Yeah. Anyhow, we had a good time. Amanda and Jared came up to me at the first race at Dublin Gap. Well, actually, even before that, I was on Facebook saying, "Hey, I'm coming back," and she's like, "About time. What have you been waiting on, Jim?" And I'm like, "Do I know these people?" And they've been some of my biggest cheerleaders ever since. So, yeah, I got people trying to reach me about other rider interviews. So this is getting hot. How are you guys tonight?
We're good, man. Sorry we were a little bit late getting home from work tonight and had a couple technical difficulties, but I think we're ready to settle down and get into it.
No, that's cool. The timing's great because I was on with Austin and Emma Phelps there, and we were going a little along with them anyhow. But they're you know that family at all, or?
Yeah, we had ran into them after a race at Tomahawk. We actually were eating at the King's New York Pizza, and they were at a table across from us. We chatted a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me that story. I'm old. I forget stuff. And they live right down near Tomahawk, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys were leaving the track and you ran into them or something?
Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
our favorite places to stop and eat, and it's a good local spot there in Hedgesville. My buddy Jake Claxton recommended. He's my suspension sponsor.
you know
Ride
Jake?
by Design. Yeah.
I know Jake since he's a real little dude. I know his mama and daddy real well. So that's cool. It's a
Yeah.
small world, really, you know?
It is. Yeah, it's like one big moto family.
Exactly. And that's one of the cool things about what we do, right? We all count on each other and hang out with each other and break
For
bread
sure.
together and all that stuff. So it's all good, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I would say, to go on a little tangent here, is like I've never felt more connected to the motocross world than we do at this point right now. It's like we've met so many people over the years at Dublin Gap that have went places with their motocross.
Yeah, we'll
the
talk
people
about
that
that a
come
little
through
bit.
there,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And now we're watching people on TV that we met at Dublin Gap, like Seth Hammaker or Corey Karsten racing nationals. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like I was telling Emma and Austin. I got pictures of Seth on PW50s racing there, and now
Right.
look at him, all-star, right?
Yeah.
But Amanda, you're pretty new to this, right? Huh?
I am. I came into the sport in 2022 when I moved up here. Jared and I have been dating, and my first race was at Dublin Gap. I came to watch Jared race, and I've been hooked ever since.
Cool. It was funny. I was telling my wife that story because, like, I met my wife, and on our second date, I think I took her to Happy Ramblers a long time ago, and she's like, "I got hooked right away." It's like, "Oh, well, me or the track, right?" So, whatever it takes, right, Jared?
Right. We'll give some credit to the track, I guess, huh?
There you go. We got and the sport, right? And all the other good-looking dudes, they come, "Oh, we go back and see." Yeah. So, anyhow, so Jared, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I grew up in Chambersburg, and my dad was a mail carrier out of Newburgh. So he actually worked at the Newburgh post office, which is within earshot of the motocross track. So that's
Yeah,
how he
right
knew
up
there
the
was a
street to
motocross
the
track
right there. So, yeah. Do you almost run into it or so? I haven't gone out that way for a while.
Yeah, if you leave Dublin Gap and you turn left, before you get to the stop sign, the Newburgh Post Office is on the
Yeah.
left. So we're
Yeah, I know
talking
it
a
was up
quarter mile
there.
away.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yeah. So are you guys both work for the post office as well?
Yeah, we actually do. Coincidentally enough, even with my dad being a mail carrier, that's not really how I started working for the post office, but it just kind of worked out that way. I went to school
Yeah.
to be an elementary teacher, and by the time I got done with college, I decided to get a summer job at the post office, and it just turned into a career.
Wow, that's cool. Like I had a chance to be one of them UPS Christmas helpers, way back in the day. And like, but
Yeah.
I had mustache and back then they didn't let you have any facial hair.
Right.
It's
right.
like I can't
That's
rock that,
changed
man. I
now.
can't. You ever see me without a mustache? Are you kidding? But I could have missed. Thank goodness because I could have missed this whole moto life. I
Right.
mean, I
right.
raced a couple of years, but I wouldn't have never spent probably the time at the racetrack and met the thousands of great people that I have over the years. If I'd have been
Thank
a
God
UPS,
for the mustache.
and I still got the mustache, right? I shaved it off one time in my life, and my sister almost killed me because it was 2 weeks before her wedding.
Oh my goodness.
And I didn't have it for her wedding pictures. She hated me for a year.
I
If you don't want to see me without a mustache, you really don't. But anyhow, yeah. So, well, cool. I'm glad, Amanda, that Jared had found you and that he brought you to the track and that you like that. So, how long, Jared, have you been riding motorcycles or racing motorcycles?
So I got a mini bike for Christmas when I was 5 years old, a Honda
Cool.
Z50.
Yeah.
And that was like my dream come true, right? And I was allowed to rip around my parents' yard and made a track around their house, made a little less grass to mow.
Right? Dad
So,
like that?
Yeah, that was good. It all grew back after I moved out. It's all good.
20
But
years
that's what
later.
got me into it was the Honda Z50 when I was 5 years old. And
Yeah.
I never, like growing up, I never had cable television. We were kind of frugal and we didn't have cable TV. So I didn't really get to watch any motocross racing until 1991. I would have been 12 years old. And that was my first trip to what at that time was Hideaway, which
That's
is now
almost
Dublin
child
Gap.
abuse, man.
Right? I would actually rent a VCR from the local library for $4 a week and take it to my uncle's house because he had cable, and I would get him to program it to record the races on ESPN.
Wow. So I got to
Yeah.
ask, how old are you, Jared?
So I'm 47. I was born in 79.
Here's how old I am, right? Once a year, Carlsbad Grand Prix, Wide World of Sports, like
Yep, ABC, Wide World of Sports.
and if anybody like got in the way from that programming and me missing Roger DeCroster kick everyone's butt on them old
I hear
TM Suzukis, it was bad news for whoever that was. Let me tell you. So
I've got a similar story there. The first race I ever got to watch live in my parents' house was on ABC Wide World of Sports, and it was the Tokyo Supercross. And I remember
Wow.
Damon Bradshaw was in it in 1991. And I had a audio tape recording it because we didn't have a VCR of our own. Like I said, I would rent one sometimes from the local library. So I had an audio tape cassette recorder going to record this program so I could listen back to it. And my grandfather came over to visit. And I remember when he came in, he was talking real loud. And now it's cool to have my grandfather's voice on there. But I remember the time I was like, everybody be quiet, I'm recording.
Yeah, that's wild. Damon Bradshaw. So like another early relationship story for us. We weren't together long at all. My buddy lived in Charlotte and he says, come on down, bring your new girl. I want to meet her. We're going to the Supercross. I'm like, okay. And Bradshaw, the beast from the East, right? And
Right.
He kicked butt that night. Wardy was still racing. Jeff Ward was still racing. I think our first child might have been conceived on that trip. I'm not sure. So we're going to run with that story. So that's why he, it's all in the blood, I guess, but yeah. Good
the
times
last time
for sure.
I got to see Damon Bradshaw race, I got to see him win his last national at High Point. I believe it was 1997. He was on the aluminum frame Honda, and it was a mutter. And Damon Bradshaw was kind of making a comeback. I think it was on Manchester Hondas, and he won the High Point National in the mud.
I remember that team.
Yeah, he was riding around with no jersey, splashing through the mud puddles, doing a victory lap.
Cool.
Good time.
Good times for sure, right? Yeah. Have you had Amanda at any nationals?
Yeah, actually, High Point was the first track I took her to when she first came up here in 2022. We went to the High Point National, and she's been to Budds Creek. Yep.
What do you like? What do you like better, Amanda? You're not saying much. You're over there thinking a lot. Amanda, you like High Point or Bud's better?
I was just thinking about the Mud Fest at the last one we went to, and how Jared was going to ride amateur day, and how the race got called with Eli Tomac in
That
the
was
middle of the rainstorm.
last year at High
Yeah,
Point. I took my bike and we went for it was kind of a 4-day moto vacation. It started on Thursday. This is last year, right before High Point National. Thursday, Pleasure Valley hosted the Suzuki Boot Camp, Suzuki Ride Day.
Okay, yeah,
And they
yeah.
had the Twisted T rig with the factory
That's
guys
fun.
there. Had Colt Nichols and Benoit Paturel. We got to ride with them at Pleasure Valley. That was Thursday. Then we went to High Point for Friday practice, and that was the first time I ever got to spin laps at High Point.
Cool.
It was a little bit muddy. It had rained overnight, but it was decent.
That's a
But that
brutal
was my
track,
first time
isn't
ever on the
it?
track. Yeah. So then Saturday, the Pro National, it just poured at the end of the day, and they actually red flagged the final 450 moto last year at High Point while Eli Tomac was leading. So he was the winner. But it rained so hard that when we woke up Sunday morning, I was already signed up to race the amateur day. The Coombs family decided they had to cancel the race last year at High Point. So the amateur day got canceled. So I have yet to race at High Point, even though I went out with the intentions of racing last year.
Well, you need to go pro, man, and make it happen.
Yeah, I'm not quite that fast.
Hey, you're running pretty good, bro. Like you're 40 MDRA, 40 BC, first place, plus 45, first place. You're
Yeah,
some
so
fast cats in those divisions.
I had a pretty good weekend at Dublin Gap this weekend. I won both motos of the 40B class. Number 121 on a Husqvarna, Richard Smith from Mercersburg was matching my speed, but he had a couple issues in the first moto. He fell twice and finished 5th, so that helped me out that I got the overall with a 1-1. And then in the plus 45 class, plus 45 class, I got 3rd in the first moto, and the other 2 guys are a little quicker than me, Robbie McWhirter and Joel Brown. But the second moto, I got the start out ahead of them and managed to hold them off for 4 laps. They were coming.
Showed them the way around the
they
track,
didn't quite
right?
get me. So that was a pretty good day for me to win a moto in plus 45.
Cool.
Yeah, I had some of my best lap times. I think I broke under 155 for the first time ever. I was a 154.8. Yeah, that's
So
good for me.
You're riding a Suzuki 450 or 250?
Right, I'm on the 450. That was one main reason I went to Suzuki, not only for contingency money, but also to step up to the 450. Before that, I was on a 250 Yamaha, and I like the bike, but it's hard to get a start in these vet classes. Almost everybody else is on a 450. I think Tom Taglieri is one of the few guys that's still rocking the 250 there, like I was, and it's just hard to get a start with less horsepower.
Yeah, man. And once you're out, that starts everything, like especially when you're 45 plus,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't raced for a long time, but I remember like the guys like 3 bike lengths ahead of them. You just know you're going to catch them, but you can't,
Right.
So everyone's going fast, right?
That's it.
So we started talking, I interrupted you. I apologize. So Hideaway, was that your first race?
Yeah, so the first race was actually in 1992. They had a first-time riders clinic with Warren Reed, former pro racer. Warren Reed was the teacher there, instructor, and that was my first race ever, 1992.
Cool. And for those of you watching that don't know, Dublin Gap was former Hideaway MX. So when the Yenser family bought it then in 95 or 96, was their first full season, they changed the name over to Dublin Gap MX Park. So so you talk about Warren Reed. I know you and I were talking. You've seen a couple of pro racers come through the gates there at Hideaway / Dublin Gap, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. I guess the next one I encountered was 1993. They had a Mama race in 1993, and Josh DeMuth was there. He ended up going on to be a arena cross champion.
Yep.
So he was there, and he was actually cheering me on because he was talking to my sister that day and realized that she was cheering for me. So he started cheering for me. So I've got video of Josh DeMuth cheering me on in 1993 at Hideaway Motocross.
But he's not your brother-in-law, right?
No,
that didn't work out. Okay. Josh was from Hanover, right? Way back in the day. They were Hanover. I worked with Josh and his dad when he was on 85s, helped him with some stuff and some sponsorship, and then they moved away, right? And but yeah, he won that arena cross championship a lot of years in a row, right?
Yeah, he had some pretty good success there.
and then some life hardships, and he's not
Yes,
with
he
us
did.
anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had a pretty serious leg injury that he had an amputation on his leg, and he continued to ride with the prosthetic. And then he had another leg injury. I think the other leg broke his femur and ended up with a blood clot issue. I think it was in 2023 that he passed away. I believe he was 40
Took him
years old.
out, huh? Do you
Yeah,
know
so
how old he was, Jared? Was he about your age? Do you know, or was
yeah,
he?
if he was 40 in 2023, that would have been 3 years ago, and I'm 47. So he must have been about 4 years younger than me.
A couple years younger, yeah. Was your
Yeah.
sister younger or older than you?
A year and a half older. Yeah,
Okay, so he was chasing the older women around, huh?
yeah, he was. Yeah,
Joshy boy excelled at everything he did, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
So, yeah. Anybody? Who else? Who else you know
So,
that we talked about
yeah,
Hamaker a little bit, but
yeah. The next star power that I know of that I met through Dublin Gap was Seth and Bubba. That was pretty impressive that somehow the Yenser family got Seth and Bubba from Krusty Demons of Dirt to come out to the track. I remember they showed up in a white limousine. I want to say it might have been like 1999 or so, because
yeah,
I
had to
remember
be
Seth
90s
was
era, man,
on,
for sure.
yeah, or not Seth. Seth didn't ride. He was there to sign autographs, but Bubba was riding a Yamaha 4-stroke. I believe it was the YZ 426.
Oh, an
So that was
oldie,
right
but a
when they
goodie,
had,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
right when they had just come out. It was pretty rare to see a 4-stroke at the local track at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. You got some good memories there, huh?
Yeah, so that was pretty neat to see. Who was next? Probably Seth Hamaker. Seth
Okay.
Hamaker coming up through. Well, even
Jason
before him,
Lawrence
Nick
raced there a
was
bunch. Nicoletti was there.
Mhm.
Filthy Phil, our boy, Nick Avenue.
Yeah, Nick Avenue's the next one I remember coming up through. That when I saw him, I thought, boy, this kid's got some speed. He's going somewhere. He was on a
Yeah,
KX80 at the time,
yeah.
and he went on to do pretty well in some nationals. I think his best finish might have been like a 14th at Glen Helen in the
Okay.
250 nationals. Um, so he was
And
another guy that had a lot of potential and just didn't quite work out to make it to the big time.
yeah, I mean, we're blessed. We've seen like just a lot of local guys: Casey Clark, Jeremy Cook, the Karsten boys.
Mhm.
The names go Lowell Spangler. The names go on and on. All those guys raced out there and went on to be pro. You know, in one
Mhm.
capacity or another. The Toth brothers, Willie and Garrett. I
Yeah.
can't even. I hate to name names because I can't even remember them all. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's definitely some fast guys coming through there. Even Chase Yenser himself is a fast
Oh yeah,
guy. I think
Chase,
he won
Jeff,
a I
Rod.
think
You
he
know the
won a
whole.
125 All-Star race. You know how they did the 125 All-Star races
Yeah,
for intermission at the Nationals. I don't remember
yeah.
where it was at, if it was at High Point or where. He ended up winning one of those.
I think he won a couple, two or three. I was talking to him about that a
Okay.
few weeks ago. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So have you been like, so you started way back. Have you been racing there your entire life, or did you take some time off in between, or what's going on there?
A little bit off in between. So I raced 80s just sporadically from 1992 to 1994. Then I don't believe I raced in 94, 95. Well, sorry, 95, 96, or 97. I was
Okay.
finishing high school and I was busy working part-time, different stuff. But in 1998, that was the first year that I came back to the track on a KX 125. And in 1998, I ran the full series at Dublin Gap and I won the novice class, which would have been 125C,
Right.
and got a plaque for novice of the year and got a jacket, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was
Nice.
my first full year there.
Okay. And you've been kind of racing ever since?
So then I kind of took a break because I was in college, trying to do the school teacher thing, and then I started working at the post office. And I still had a dirt bike; I'd still ride on occasion, but I didn't really race again too much until 2014.
Okay.
So I've been back at it since 2014. I bought a YZ250 4-stroke. It was just by chance. I was at a ski resort in Mercersburg, Whitetail Ski Resort, and on my way home, I saw this YZ250 sitting out at a car dealership under the carport in the middle of winter. And I turned around, went back and looked at it, and I was like, wow, that's a 4-stroke motocrosser. Pretty nice bike. It was in good shape. It wasn't very old. So I called about it, and turned out it was a guy from the military. He was in the National Guard, and he just didn't have time to ride it anymore. So he was selling it with probably 25 hours on the bike. And
Oh
I got
yeah,
a
like
good deal on
new.
it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that got me back into it in 2014.
Cool, cool. I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you. I don't know if it's my speaker system or if something going on your end. Nothing's changed over there, guys.
No, nothing's changed.
Let Amanda talk once, see if you can hear her.
I say nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
No.
We're good?
Okay.
Do you
Yeah,
hear us
well, we'll
any
just
better?
keep talking and see what happens. So let's look at this. Any sponsors? We're gonna get into some of this other stuff, Jared. It sounds like you've had a great time racing at Dublin. You plan on quitting anytime soon?
Well, not quitting, but I'm thinking about rolling back a little bit. I've hit it pretty hard the last 3 years on the Suzuki. I bought it in 2024, and I was chasing the contingency money with Suzuki, and it's
Right.
eligible for 3 years. So pretty much
Okay.
every weekend there's a Suzuki contingency race somewhere we're trying to go, And we work 6 days a week at the post office, and then if you race on a Sunday,
Yeah.
you're right back to it the next week. It's like
No
hard
life
to
left,
keep up
right?
at home. Yeah, hard to keep up at home and hard to get into anything else. Like, we have a Harley, we enjoy riding. We have kayaks, we enjoy paddling around in.
Sure.
Spending time.
Spending time with my family. My parents aren't getting any younger, so I want to spend more time with them. So probably next year, instead of buying another new bike that would be eligible for contingency, I'm probably just gonna keep the bike I have. And instead of chasing contingency money, I'll just race for fun whenever
Yep.
it suits.
Do a couple races a year and then
Yeah.
let life happen. You got a new girl, man. She's only a couple years. You got to take her and show her the world,
Right? Do some traveling, spend some time in
Yeah.
Mexico.
Mexico.
We
Cool.
know we managed to do some of that too. Like we did an impromptu trip to Mexico, and we actually left from Bud's Creek. We booked some of that trip from Bud's Creek and left out of the airport there.
Yeah, I'm usually a planner, but she's tried to talk me into being a little more spontaneous. So
Cool.
we tent camped at Bud's Creek after the Pro National, and instead of racing amateur day, we had intentions of just driving to BWI Airport and hopping a flight to Mexico. We didn't even have reservations or a flight booked or anything.
Wow.
So
Let's
we
just do it,
booked-
baby,
We
right?
took our passports.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
So we woke up early in the tent before the sunrise, and we booked our flight to Mexico. And we didn't even have reservations. We drove to BWI. We got on the plane. We were researching hotels as we flew. And when we landed in the airport in Mexico, we still hadn't picked a hotel to stay at for the week.
We
So
went down to the resort and
Yeah.
and, we
And you're
just had
still
to-
alive, right?
yeah, we were at the baggage claim planning our vacation.
Yeah.
That's
worked out
cool,
great.
man.
It worked
That's
out
the way
great.
to do it. Yeah, do it again, right?
Right.
I
I
was going
tell
to
you,
ask you
it's
if you had any
exciting to
other
see-
hobbies, but you don't have time. That's for sure.
It's exciting to see like Corey and Kirsten going to Canada
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
she showed her passports, take your
Yeah.
passport with you.
Cool. All
You
right.
said
So
about
look,
other hobbies. We are both into a couple other things. One of the things we're into together is we shoot 22 rifles at silhouette animals. So 22 silhouette rifle competition. It's an offhand rifle competition with a 22 rifle. You shoot at little chickens, pigs, turkeys, and rams all the way out to 100 meters offhand.
this
And
is
the
a thing,
ram-
like a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a competition. So we're actually going to the NRA Small Bore Silhouette National in Ridgeway, Pennsylvania, the last week of July.
Cool.
We've been to it before. She shot the national with me
Mhm.
in 2022, I
22,
guess, the
yeah.
first year you were up here. So this will be our
Hannah's
second
a
trip together.
badass. She's like, bam, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
I'll take your tires out, right?
She's a pretty good shooter.
Cool. That's awesome. That's a fun fact no one would have thought of. All right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what else. Sponsors you want to talk about? Thank any sponsors while I got you online.
Sure, yeah, I've got my Fly Racing hat on here. I've managed to get a sponsorship through Fly Racing the last couple years. Gives me a good discount on gear. We got my suspension sponsor, Jake Claxton with Ride by Design Suspension. He's also sponsoring Robbie McWhorter. We were 2 of the top 3 in the plus 45 this weekend at Dublin Gap, so it must work pretty good, right?
Yeah, man, no doubt.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He used to work for Factory Connection, got all his
Yeah,
training
yeah,
there.
up in Ephrata. Yeah, and then he
Yep.
had something going down at Chad's for a while, at Tomahawk, and
Yeah,
he's
so
still
we
working out of
actually-
there. So he's still got a business he's running from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in Hedgesville, West Virginia, and I think he does probably still work a little bit out of the shop there
Okay.
at Tomahawk, but I know he's not like full-time based at the track anymore at Tomahawk. He's doing a lot of work at his own property now.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a good guy. He's got it figured out. He can definitely help people to get a custom setup.
Mhm.
If you talk to him about what you're feeling and what you want to change, he's the guy that can make it
Dial
happen.
in.
Cool.
He'll get you dialed in.
Cool. Anybody else?
All Balls Racing has a sponsorship for me too. They give me a discount code. They're pretty cool. They sent me a custom jersey in the mail with my
Nice.
race number. I haven't even wore it on the track yet. I keep wearing it around the pits because it looks too nice.
Yeah, there you go.
And
There you
I
go.
wear a
Don't
chest
mess it up.
protector, so when I'm wearing the chest protector, it kind of hides your race number on your jersey anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's nice to have.
All
Yeah.
right. So I was going to ask you goals, but it doesn't sound like, it's not like the younger kids are trying to get the Lorettas or be pro riders. Your goal is to kind of chill a little bit, right?
Yeah, my goal has always just been to do well locally, like the MDRA series, and the contingency money from Suzuki's nice to help offset the expense of the hobby. Works out pretty good, but I'm not that ambitious to be trying to go to Loretta Lynn's. If they had a B class, I probably would, but I've always been a B class rider. I've never got bumped up to the A class, and I kind of know where I'd place in the mix there. I don't think I'd do so well at Loretta Lynn's in the plus 40 open class.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That's a tough one, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
I think if you're asking about his goals, from what we've talked about, it's more or less like a retirement, being able to travel and go to other tracks out west.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be moto related by any
Yeah.
means. We all got other
Yeah.
things in life that we do.
Yeah, it would be super cool someday when I have a little more time to try to go to like the amateur days at all the national tracks, as many as
Yeah.
I could get to. That would be a goal.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to like
Cool.
ride Southwick or
Yeah.
Unadilla, some of the tracks I haven't been on yet.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. I look forward to getting to know you a little better. I see you're at the track all day, every day of the weekend, and it's you're super stoked. I came up to Amanda. Well, I said the other night I was busy doing. I said, make sure you talk to me this weekend. I wanted to invite you on the show, and then I saw her the next morning. I don't know if she told you or not, Jared. I said, "Would you guys want to do this?" I don't know. Jared doesn't like talk much, and I'm like, you don't know him very well yet, do you? You're this guy
he
to
does.
shut up for the
He does
last half
all right.
hour.
Don't get me started on motocross. I might
I'm just
take over
picking
the
on you,
show.
brother.
Yeah.
I'm just picking on you. Hey, you want to play a little word splurge?
Sure, why not?
Sure. So I'm just going to say a word, and we already got through some of this list. I got to get this list expanded. This is something that actually Dick Seidel's daughter, Nikki, used to help us with way back in the day, interviewing riders for us when we did our motorcycle racing action newspaper. But I'm just going to say a word, and you say some of this stuff on my list we've already covered. Like, I'll give you an example. Hometown.
Chambersburg.
Your
Muhammad,
age.
Illinois.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do you one at a time. You can play too, Amanda.
I want to
Okay.
play, yes.
You'll play. Yeah. You want to
I'll
go
play.
first?
Yeah, you go first.
Let's
So
let
you said
Amanda go first.
Hometown, Muhammad, Illinois.
Ahmed,
my hometown.
Illinois.
Yep.
All right, here's a good one for you. Your age.
Oh,
Next.
50. No, I'm not afraid.
Oh,
50.
you're not 50.
I am 50.
Jared,
Yes.
you're doing all right, bro. Let me tell you, okay? All right.
Thought so.
Years racing.
Me or her?
I'm talking to Amanda. How many years shooting?
Oh, shooting. Since I was 18, my dad was an Illinois State Trooper, and so
I only need
I went
one word.
for-
This is word splurge. One. I say one, you say
18.
one.
Okay, 18.
Okay. Favorite bike?
My favorite
His?
bike, the Suzuki, of course.
Suzuki, of course, right? Tires.
Dunlop.
Dunlop. Ooh, look at that. The last girl said round. I don't know. Favorite track?
Ooh, favorite track. I would say Promised Land.
Okay, I got that earlier tonight. Cement starts. What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
Oh,
Helmet.
Cement Starts. Okay, no. No.
No. Okay.
No.
Not many people like them, but okay. All right. How about helmet?
Always a helmet.
Always a helmet. Good answer.
Always wear one.
Favorite shop? Bike
Oh,
shop.
favorite shop. Favorite bike shop. I guess Jeff Cernick came to mind.
Okay. See, we should have did you first, Jared, because now you're gonna know all the questions, right? Loretta's.
I got to cheat a little
Yeah,
bit. I
that's
got
okay.
preview.
Yeah.
That's all right.
What's your
Still
worst
have the
finish,
answer.
Amanda? Shooting.
My
What's
what?
your worst finish?
Oh, my worst finish in shooting.
Yeah, because you don't
Oh.
ride, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we shoot 40 silhouettes at a time. What's the lowest score you ever got out of 40 shots? Maybe like a 9,
Oh, no, like 10.
10, 9 or 10. Okay. Okay.
That's a
What's
bad
your
night.
best finish?
23.
Nice.
That's
Good job.
Pretty good.
What are your goals?
Oh, my goals. Keep living healthy.
That's a good one. All right. Good job, girl. You did it.
Thank you.
Jared,
That's
thank
tough.
you for being on. For real, this has been fun. Jared Gontz,
Yeah, man.
fast guy, amateur age fast guy, right?
I guess.
Hometown,
Chambersburg, living in
your age,
Fannisburg now.
your age.
47.
47 years racing.
Oh, since I was, no, 1992. So since 1992, but I didn't race every year. So I don't know, however you want to calculate that.
A couple, right? Yeah.
A lot.
What's your favorite bike over the years, Jared?
My favorite bike probably was the Yamaha 250. I can see why Tom Tagliari stays on it. They handle nice.
250F?
Yeah, it's great. It just doesn't have enough power off the line when you're running the 450 class.
Yamaha knows how to build them though to last, you know.
Yeah, it's
They
a good
do.
bike.
Yep. Tires.
Dunlop, MX 34s,
Favorite track?
Dublin Gap.
Dublin Gap. Cement
Closest
starts.
one to home. We spend the most
Cement-
time there. Got the most laps there.
They're great people, man. It's a great facility. There's a lot of good ones, but they do a really good job. Cement starts.
Leave them. I
Okay.
like dirt.
Helmet.
Right now I ride with a Troy Lee Designs helmet.
Okay, cool. Favorite shop?
Twig Cycles. That's where I met
Twigs,
Jake
all right,
Braxton
yeah.
and where I bought my Suzuki. Twig Cycles.
Twigs. Ever Loretta's? Have you ever done Loretta's?
No, we've never been there, and I don't have ambition to race there, but I would like to get there. It'd
We
be
talked
fun for
about it a
me
little
to
bit
do
earlier.
a-
It'd be cool
do
to
a
go
moto
watch,
vacation
right?
there. Yeah, we
Yeah.
should get down there and watch, especially when we know so many people racing right now.
Yep, cool. Worst finish?
Last.
You ain't the only one, bro. Let me tell you for sure. At
It's
least
happened.
you're honest.
Not many times, but it's happened.
So best finish or biggest accomplishment? You just fell off the deck
Honestly,
again.
I had
What?
one.
Off the
Yeah,
deck,
you
the wind's
flew over
picking up.
that. I had
The
one of
wind.
my best motos this weekend at Dublin Gap, winning that moto in plus 45 against Robbie McWhirter and Joel Brown. I'd say that was one of my best finishes. One
Nice,
that I
this
enjoyed
past
the most.
weekend. The
Yeah,
last
that I
one was
enjoyed
the
the most.
best one, right? The next one will
Yeah.
be better yet, right?
Right?
Okay. So this is something I'm going to add to this. This isn't on my word sports list. You got if you had one thing, like one pro tip you could give to your fellow racers, what would it be?
Don't give up. Don't slow down. Charge to the finish. No matter what happens, even if you fall, get back up and put in 100% effort to the end. I always felt like if I paid to race, I'm going to race unless I'm too hurt to continue or the bike's broke.
That's a great way to end the show, man. That's fantastic. That's a great answer. That's probably the best answer I've ever had. So,
Good.
look, guys, it's been fun. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming
it's fun.
on. I've
Thanks
got
for
an
having us.
hour on my Zoom. We're at 6:58. We're about to run out of time. I'm throwing you off the show, but at least I ain't throwing you off the deck, right?
All
Where
right.
are you
Next
racing
time
next?
we
What's
see
the
you.
next race?
Where are we going? Dutchman for MDRA.
Going to Dutchman?
Not this weekend, but next after the
2
4th of
weekends, and
July
then
weekend.
I'll see you back at Dublin for the shootout.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Awesome, guys. All right, thanks for being on. It's been fun. We'll see you soon. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks
All
for the
right.
invite.
Later. Have a great night. We'll see you.
All right,
Bye.
see ya.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining along and watching the Brapp Mag podcast. This could have been the best one yet, right? So we want to do this every week, and we want to get you all on eventually, somehow, some way. We're going to do Tuesday nights and some Saturday nights from the track, and maybe we'll do Saturday nights are tough, from home because there's so many other things going on. I'm Jim Bull, the Brapp captain. Thanks for joining along. I know some of you I put a shout out trying to get a hold of some mini parents. I know some of you have been trying to reach me during the show. Please share this around. We're going to put it on our Brapp Mag Media page. We're going to put it on YouTube. Thanks for following along. I love you guys. Thanks for having me back to the racetrack. I look forward to, if I don't know you, to meeting you. If I do, getting to know you better. Blah, 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 blah. Have a great night. Later.